Come back, Halloween Resurrection, all is forgiven. Come back, Curse of Michael Myers. Come back, Halloween 5 with the silly mask. Come back, Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. All is forgiven because a week or so ago, me and my dad went to the cinema to suffer through what has to be the worst Halloween movie in the franchise, Halloween Ends. So disappointing. Now, I wasn't going to do a video on this movie because enough people were talking about it at the time, and frankly I didn't want to bash it as much as everyone else was doing. I didn't want to add to that fire, but I kind of wanted to say a bit about the movie, if nothing else, to get a few things off my chest and see what you guys thought as well. And I saw Trez from The Horrible Show. He did a really good informal video talking about what he thought and doing what I like doing, which is sort of getting your opinion as well. So he kind of inspired me to do this little video on the movie. But check Trez's video out, The Horrible Show. I'll link it below. It's way more entertaining than mine, and he really does sum up the movie rather well. But Halloween Ends, man, that was so disappointing. So many things that they just did wrong, and I'm completely dumbfounded as to why they thought they had to go in the direction that they did, which we'll get into. Now, I do like to say positive things on the channel whenever I can. There were a couple of small things about the film that I liked. I liked the music. John Carpenter did a great job with the music. He kept the original score, but sort of added a bit of sort of modern synth to it, which was really good and sets a great atmosphere for the film. And I like the intro. I like the title card with the blue writing. That looked pretty retro, and they had the pumpkin thing going on, which was cool. I really liked that. Everything else I pretty much hated and do not understand why they did what they did. So there's a number of massive issues and problems with this film. First one for me was the lack of Michael Myers. I think about 30-45 minutes into the film, I actually wondered if they were going to pull a Halloween 3 and just not even have him in it. There was such a lack of Michael Myers and his character and his presence and his threat that I almost forgot about him, which was not good. I did not care for that one bit. And to say it's the final film in a trilogy, I really thought he'd be out there. I thought he'd be going for Laurie, and there'd be like a cat and mouse thing going on where he's trying to get to her and she's not that easy to get to, but you know it's going to happen. But no, there was just no Michael Myers in this movie. I also didn't like Jamie Lee Curtis's character. I felt they completely U-turned on her character. So in the 2018 version and Halloween Kills, she's kind of become this sort of hardened survivalist woman, and she locks herself away. She's a recluse. She lives in this sort of booby-trapped, almost like prisoned house. And although her character was a bit over the top, I kind of believed it, because her character was kind of forged from 40-50 years of being stalked, attacked, and then haunted by Michael Myers and the fact that he might come back for her again sometime. So I did like that character, and I did believe the fact that she would be this hardcore survivalist, tough woman, and I like that. But in Halloween Ends, they just completely U-turn on that. She's now just a regular, kind of happy-go-lucky housewife that lives in a regular house and just now wants to celebrate Halloween and make pumpkin pie and just do everyday stuff. So all of that was out the window. Never mind the fact that Michael Myers has returned and tried to kill her. No, she drops all the survivalist stuff and she's just happy living an everyday life. So I really didn't like that. And then I think the biggest problem for me, and probably a lot of people, was Corey Cunningham, who is this character that they have seemingly shoehorned in and tried to meander in this entire story about him. And he has, I don't want to give much away in this movie, although I really don't think it matters that much, believe me. but they try and shoehorn in this character study of him. He has a really bad thing happen to him, and I think the idea is it starts to eat away at his mind and his soul, and he starts to turn more and more towards a dark path, and it explores that, and that's pretty much it. There's no Michael Myers. It's just a Corey Cunningham movie of watching him, and he starts a love interest with the Jamie Lee Curtis's granddaughter, and it's just like, what's going on? Like, why are you in the third and final film? Why are you trying to introduce this character that nobody knows, nobody cares about, and has absolutely no bearing on the story that you've told in the last two films based on the original films? It was just so bizarre. I have no idea why they thought that would be a good idea, and it was horrible to watch, and it was boring, and it was frustrating, and everything about that just led to more problems with the film. I really didn't like Corey Cunningham's affiliation with Michael. I thought that was just stupid and unbelievable, and Michael wouldn't do that or act like that. And it's not even like, mild spoilers here if you've not seen it, but it's not even like this Corey character is going to take up the mantle of a Halloween film. That's not going to happen. So it was like, what was the point? Seriously, what was the point of introducing this character? And again, Trez from The Horrible Show. Sorry, Trez, I'm going to steal something that you said, but he really nailed it on when he said, you know, if you was watching a long-running franchise like Harry Potter, it would be as if in the final Harry Potter film, they just made a film about an unknown character that had nothing to do with anything else, that had no pivotal importance in anything, and just focus on that character in the last film. Like, how does that make any sense whatsoever? So, more than anything, I'm disappointed, but more than anything, I'm just like speechless as to who came up with that and why they thought Halloween fans needed or wanted that kind of real left field story in a film that was supposed to tie up this new franchise. Really disappointing stuff. I mean, the Corey Cunningham story, to be fair, I would, if that was a separate film, I would watch that, because it was an interesting premise, you know, of this guy, bad things happen to him, and it sets him on a dark path. There's a movie there in and of itself, but to put it in a final Halloween film, it just was not tangible at all, and it was awful, and just, yeah, really made for a bad movie, a really bad movie. Yeah, still reeling from it, to be honest. And I'm just so disappointed we didn't see Michael Myers. I thought we would have a really good showdown between Laurie and Michael Myers. I thought that would be what the film would work itself towards, that they would eventually reach each other, and it would be a movie that was based on that. I didn't know how good the movie would be, but you know, I remember thinking, even if it's terrible, at least we'll get some Michael Myers and Laurie Strode showdown action. But don't really get that, to be honest. It's just Corey Cunningham and this dark path that he goes on. So bizarre. So I hated it. As I say, I stand by my opinion that it is the worst Halloween film in the franchise. And even the bad ones that came before it, like I say, the ones that I'd mentioned at the beginning of the video when I was trying to be funny, Halloween Resurrection is not a good film, but at least Michael Myers is in it. At least it's a film that's set up to have Michael Myers go through the movie and do his thing. Even Halloween 5, where he looks silly, at least it's Michael Myers going around killing people off. Is that such a hard concept to deliver on? I don't know. It was really bad, guys. But let me know what you think about it. Did you guys hate it as well? Did you like it? If you liked it, I really hope you did, because you deserve to. You deserve to enjoy the final Halloween film. If so, let me know what it was you liked about it. Perhaps people like this Corey Cunningham story. I don't know, but for me it made for a terribly disappointing final end to this Halloween trilogy. I hope they make more films, because I would hate for this to be the last one. I'd hate for it to end on Halloween Ends. It was not good. So yeah, thank you for indulging that little bit of a rant. I don't usually like to talk that negatively on this channel, but yeah, it did knock me a little bit. Did Halloween Ends? So thank you for watching. Like I say, let me know what you think. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more videos.